Hello everybody, welcome back to Jordan Golf TV, where we are talking about all things golf. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about one of the best golf shoes of the entire year that's come from a brand that has probably had one of the biggest come-ups in terms of their presence and popularity in the world of golf footwear. We're talking about PAYNTR, and we're talking about the 87 SC. If you guys have been following the channel, you'll know that I actually already reviewed this shoe earlier on in the summer. The shoes that I reviewed in that episode, I unfortunately had to send back because they weren't the ideal size for me. Because these shoes have been so popular and they've been selling out like crazy, I did the classic thing where you buy a shoe that you feel like you might be able to squeeze into. I generally rock a UK 9.5. I had a pair of 9s, which I did the review in. They did fit, but they were a little bit snug, and I didn't want to do a performance test in them on the course and then have them not fit and then also not be able to return them. So I ended up returning that pair, which by the way was a very seamless and easy process. And it's actually taken up until this past week for PAYNTR here in the UK to restock the 87 SC in both the white and the black colorway, as well as the other Speed Classic models. And so I've just now gotten my size in hand. And since I made that review, things have changed. I've actually become somewhat of an ambassador for PAYNTR. The added benefits for you guys as well is that not only are you able to come up on this restock on the PAYNTR websites, but you can also use this code on the websites to get 15% off a pair of these Speed Classics. So it's pretty cool what small changes have occurred on the channel over the past few months. So let's talk a little bit about PAYNTR. PAYNTR have been a bit of an if you know type brand in the golf space over the past few years. This year they have really broken onto the scene in a big way, thanks largely to their sponsorship deal with Jason Day. Jason Day's kind of become the outfit guy on the PGA Tour thanks to his affiliation with Melbourne and his propensity to rock out in some pretty eye-catching fits. And obviously alongside the cool fits he's been seen rocking out in on the course, he's also brought a lot of attention to the types of footwear that he's been rocking as well. Earlier on in the year, he had some really eye-catching PAYNTR PEs in this crazy metallic silver colorway. He's also been seen rocking the PAYNTR high tops. But the 87 SC is an important model because Jason Day himself was instrumental in helping to develop the technology around it. In more recent times, PAYNTR have been increasing their presence in the adjacent fashion markets in golf with their collaboration with Calhoun. They were also part of the Hype Golf activation, wherein they debuted some brand new colorways of their Matchday Gators. And with other professionals like Justin Rose and Phil Mickelson conspicuously rocking PAYNTR shoes, and with very positive reviews coming out of all precincts of the golf shoe wearing community, PAYNTR is very much a brand that's on the up and up. So the 87 SC, or the Speed Classic, here they are. Wow, that is chemically, I mean, that's intoxicating. That's a level up from the normal sneaker smell. So we won't go into crazy depth with the review. I've already reviewed these before. The silhouette is very simple, pretty classic, it's pretty traditional, it's a pretty understated design. They're not trying to be aesthetically out there. This shoe is pretty much centered around performance. One of the main performance features of the shoe is the nitrogen-infused midsole. Same nitrogen-infused foam is actually used on the insole of the shoe, and unlike other brands where they tend to scrimp and try to save money on the quality of the materials used on the insole, PAYNTR have not gone down this route. Most of the technological action is going on in the outsole. They've got the full-length Carbotex carbon fiber propulsion plate, and this has been designed to effectively harness ground reaction forces. The shoes also feature a waterproof, breathable membrane, and they have a whole series of ventilation technology, whether it's around the ankle collar or in the forefoot or even in the actual outsole itself. Like, these things have been designed to allow perspiration and heat to escape the shoe effectively. They do come in at 200 pounds, which situates them at the top of the market for performance golf shoes. A lot of the complaints I've seen around this shoe haven't been to do with people buying them and then reviewing them. It's actually been because people haven't been able to buy them. So the fact that they're available right now and you can cop them with the discount is good news if you're in the market for a new pair of golf shoes. Now, because I couldn't rock the 87 SCs earlier on in the season because they'd sold out, my size wasn't available, I ended up picking up a pair of the Moving Day Speed Classics, which I also did a review on, and I have found them to be basically the most comfortable golf shoe in the entire collection. Like, no cap, no paid promo, straight up. Anyone that plays golf with me, that's seen me or heard me rave about them when I've been on the course playing in them, will know that yeah, they're pretty much my favorite shoe to play in for all day comfort. In terms of comparing these to the Moving Day Speed Classics, they're pretty similar. I mean, aesthetically, they look nigh on identical. There are a couple of superficial differences when it comes to the patent leather mudguards on the Moving Days. The Match Days have an internal booty system. They have a slightly different ventilation setup as well as a slightly different outsole setup. But generally speaking, they are much a muchness. The 87 SCs do have a couple of technological advancements, and they obviously have that extra level of R&D involvement from Jason Day, which is probably the reason why they are put at the top of the price point. Now, trying the 87 SCs on in my correct size, the UK 9.5, I can say these things are brilliant. My initial reservations, having gone a half size down earlier on in the year, were justified. I feel like it was the right move to send them back. I'd like a little bit of extra room in the toe box, just to sort of like wiggle the toes around. I like the idea of being able to fasten the laces down a little bit more securely in order to feel more locked down in the shoe, but to essentially have a little bit of room in the toe box. The worst feeling for me playing golf is to feel like the feet are cramped inside the shoe, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking, because you're going to be doing a lot of dynamic movement in them. It's better, in my opinion, to be able to sort of spread the toes rather than feel like they are crunched up while walking. So these things are super comfortable. This nitro foam is mega responsive. The added responsiveness of the nitro foam on the insole makes these both cushions and responsive. As said, the carbon plates in the bottom gives these things a really solid feeling of stability. When it comes to comfort, when it comes to performance, I really don't think there are any better golf shoes out there from a purely performance standpoint than the 87 SC or even the Moving Day SC. Aesthetically, obviously, it's a matter of choice, it's a matter of preference. I feel like these things are simple enough, they're elegant, they're understated, they're not doing too much. This white colorway is probably not going to be the ideal choice for winter golf, given the wetter conditions, but if you didn't want to opt for the whites, there is a black colorway out there, and there are going to be some new colorway options coming through in the new year as well. I will be doing a complete performance review on these when I next play. Really looking forward to getting out there and having a round in these, so keep an eye out for that video there. But that will wrap up today's video. It's a dope shoe. I'm stoked to finally have my size, and I'm delighted to be able to announce that I have essentially partnered with PAYNTR. So if you guys want to help me out and help me earn a little bit of a commission, as well as enjoy a 15% discount, as well as be able to come up on what a lot of people are considering the best golf shoe of 2025, then go ahead and check a pair out online and be sure to use the discount code so you can get that little discount. So yeah, that's today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Shout out to PAYNTR, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care for now, and peace.